Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Bot Squad. Uh, just coming to you with just some talk about how crap things have been going lately with WWE. But uh, but more importantly, we have firsthand reporting from our boy Willie here of Fanatics Fest.
What's going on, y'all? It's been like what 2 months.
So
So
now we did one just a couple weeks
no, I haven't been here in 2 months.
ago. Okay.
Uh, so what's been happening these last 2 months, right? The Knicks won a championship, first time in many years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also to really, you know, Knicks won the championship. LeBron James signed with the Sixers.
Uh-huh.
Football season's about to start.
Well,
I think football training camp starts this week.
yeah,
So
it
it's
started
pretty.
earlier this week.
Yeah, it started early, so it's pretty interesting. But as Ryan said, Fanatic Fest. I was there 2 weeks ago, and one thing I can really say, it's a hell of an event, man. It was definitely worth it. Um, I was not expecting what I saw. I knew it was going to be crazy, but I wasn't expecting craziness like that, man. I saw LeBron James, Tom Brady, Shaquille O'Neal. Um, it was a great thing. Stephen A. Smith. I sat into first take. I treated my sister, my niece and nephew, one of my best friends, and we definitely have fun. It's definitely worth it. So definitely letting you know. Please make sure you go to Fanatic Fest next year. You would not regret it. Tickets is really affordable. Um,
Yeah,
they have they have like different booths and things like that. One thing I can really say WWE definitely had like the best booth. I was not expecting all that, man. They had Dwight Howard, they had, Russell Wilson, Tom Brady. You know, I saw some wrestlers, man. It was great, man.
Where
What
did you see LA Knight
saw
thing
LA
where he talked?
I saw LA Knight, man. LA Knight was incredible, man.
Yeah, that I watched that. It just the last two between that last promo he did with Seth and then there it's just like he has so much momentum behind him. He has
Mhm.
so much momentum behind him. Pull the fucking trigger already.
Yeah.
You've been
It
saying this for the last 2 years.
absolutely, but it was definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Um, it was definitely worth it, man. But like I said, the tickets is really affordable. Um,
Yeah,
you
how
know,
much they run?
I paid like $80 just for like one
Oh,
ticket.
that's not bad at all.
All the stuff you get, but it's a sports convention, right?
Yeah.
I do collect basketball cards in my spare time, so I bought like a Kobe Bryant magazine card, a magazine that's certified for the PSA. I spent like $85 for that, so it's one of the high level ones.
Nice.
So again, it was definitely worth it, man. Like what I saw was definitely worth it. Triple H was there. I didn't see Triple H. He was there after the fact. Stephanie McMahon. You name it. All the top wrestlers was there. Cody Rhodes was there. It was definitely the Paul brothers. They was there. It was definitely worth it, man. Definitely worth
Yeah.
it.
No, it definitely sounds like it.
Um,
Definitely sounds like it.
you should go next year, man. We should go next year, man.
Yeah, yeah. I think by next year, I'll have myself up and ready to come up to visit y'all in New York. Um,
Well,
but yeah, no, I definitely go to something like that.
well,
Which that's one of the. It seems like it's one of the few corporate outings, especially given the ticket price.
mhm.
Um, that doesn't seem overtly greedy. Um, Because I didn't hear anybody coming back being like, "Oh, I got charged way too much from this," or
No,
"I got charged way too much for that." I didn't
no,
hear
man.
anything like that. So, um, seems like they're pretty legit. But when it comes to other corporations, boy, oh boy, are they on the fuck up train?
Yeah, when I went to Fanatic Fest, like I said, they had the promo with LA Knight and Noah Sokoa. He was there.
Yeah,
So they definitely had that little promo. I started laughing when I saw them, but it was a good event. I took a picture with the WWE belt. I was actually in the group chat. I actually got it on my Instagram,
yeah,
so
I saw
it
that.
was it was definitely it was definitely worth it. I'm not gonna even sit here and lie, man. It was one of the most fun I ever had. Like I told my family, I was like, hey, listen, my sister is a diehard Knicks fan, right? So I just
Yeah,
told her, I said, yeah, you want to go to Fanatic Fest? No, what's Fanatic Fest? I'm like, if the Knicks place is going to be there. She was jumping for joy, right? I treated her, and we went over there, man. Well, I could sit there and say that line was, oh my God, that line was crazy to get in, man.
yeah.
I literally told him, I said, yo, we need to be there meet me at the train station, Grand Central, at 8 o'clock.
Hmm.
Oh, Willie, you're doing too much. I'm telling you, we got to be there early. Yo,
Yeah, you got to be there early,
yo,
early,
we met
early.
each other like 8:30. Hopped on the train, took her to the Javits Center. Man, they must have had thousands of people waiting to get into that
Yeah.
arena. Man, it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
You also have to think of like autograph
Oh
traders
yeah,
and people like that's money right there.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's awesome though, and especially it's like I'm happy for the Knicks, but it seems like WWE's like little inclusion of the Knicks there at Saturday night's main event. Like the choke slam was fun, but you're gonna finish off the fucking show with fucking Roman Reigns giving a fucking one of the goddamn titles you can buy yourself.
Right.
And finish off the show with that. That's a fucking main event. The fuck?
I think if you think about it, the city was live, man.
Yeah.
Like that the week prior, they had a Jay-Z concert sold out. Three
Yeah.
straight nights at you know Yankee Stadium. You had the ESPY Awards.
Yeah.
Um,
A lot going
and
on.
you got this, man. They had a lot going on, man. New York City definitely had a lot going on. And again, I wasn't around obviously when the Knicks won their last championship, but New York City is better when the Knicks win the championship. When the Yankees, the Knicks win, the Rangers, the city's a
Yeah.
hell of a lot better, man.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a lot better, man.
Anytime a city that's not Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yo, you know what? You know what? You know what? I literally told my sister, I was like, yo, you know what? And you follow me on Facebook, obviously, but I
Mm.
applaud LeBron James for what he did, right? Because imagine if he would have
Old
done that
school.
shit at the fucking Javits Center. Oh my God.
Old
They would have had to get the National Guard, bro. I'm telling you, that shit
Oh
would have been
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, no, he was smart to fucking wait that out.
Yeah,
Um,
he was smart. And I think he knew all along, you know what I'm saying? But literally, if he would announce that he was going to Philly, and Madison Square Garden is literally a couple of blocks left. Oh my God. It would have been mayhem. It would have been fucking chaos, man. So I
yeah,
definitely applaud for him to not do that,
yeah,
you know. So, but some people in Philadelphia is mad at him because they tell him, "Oh yeah, he's gonna be living in New York City and traveling back." Okay, who gives a shit? Like, who gives a fuck? Like,
yeah,
who cares?
yeah. It's not that far.
Yeah, it's only an hour. It's only an hour and a half. He said he's going to take a helicopter. God
Yeah,
bless him. He's a fucking billionaire. That's
yeah,
pocket change to him.
yeah, yeah. Now I can understand the hype and kind of resting off of that and stuff, but like the idea, like, I think that's part of the WWE problem right now,
Yeah.
is where they think the final act of the show, no matter whether it's Raw, SmackDown, or a PLE,
Mhm.
that the main event now needs to be a fucking promo battle. It needs to be, given a title to a Knicks player.
Yeah.
Um, it's throwing out classic logic, and especially when they're saying so badly they want to emulate the Attitude Era. I can't remember a fucking single show from the Attitude Era finishing out with not with a match.
Yeah. But
You know,
before I go in, I just want to put it out there. That whole thing with Logan Paul and Tom Brady is all a show. It's not real.
oh
I
yeah,
don't know how many people must have hit me up. I was like, well, Willie, you was there. You saw he smacked him? I'm like, dude, it was fake. It
yeah,
was fake, bro. Y'all really do think that shit was real?
yeah. Do you not know who Logan Paul is? Do you not know who Tom Brady is?
Yeah.
Like they're shills. They're fucking shills. They will go for whatever dollar comes their fucking way.
Yeah, so he's trying to sign a deal. He's trying to sign a deal to be with WWE now with a promo with him and Logan Paul. So that's
Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting.
which right there, it's like already okay. How old is Tom Brady? Um,
47, 48?
yeah, and he hasn't been active in sports for what, 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, um, and sure, he's an incredible athlete. I'm sure that he can, he can physically train himself to do it pretty easily. Um, what I what I kind of think though is that he's such a big name to bring along there, that when they're gonna train him, they're not gonna train him to do anything fucking risky.
Right.
They're not about to have Tom Brady do a moonsault off onto a table. Not that I really want to see that, but when you're dealing with these celebrities and stuff like that, you can't. You're not going to be training them and having them work in the same way that you
Right.
would a regular wrestler. I mean, we've seen it with Logan Paul now for years.
Right.
And this is only his first big injury, but the fucking ChatGPT WWE, there for whatever reason, thinks, okay, we got 3 guys, Maxine Dupree. Who of these 3 guys should do most of the talking? Braun
Right.
Breaker, Austin Theory, or Logan Paul? Let's see. We have Logan. I talk like a fucking 12-year-old Paul. Talking like a goddamn 12-year-old. And then you have Austin Theory, who's like, well, I guess that's the way the promos are going to go now. We're going to talk like we're 12. And you have Braun Breaker standing in the back, silent as fuck. The only one of the 3 of them that can actually cut a fucking promo. And they had 3 different segments where he didn't say anything. He didn't say a fucking word.
Right.
This is the same guy that you had just a few months ago going for the heavyweight title. And now he's tag team champions with Austin Theory, which bless Grayson Waller for the pipe bomb-esque promo he cut on him. Is saying, and you guys are giving focus to a man who is still afraid of the microphone. You're giving airtime to a guy who's still afraid of the mic. and it's like I feel the way that they've kind of pushed Logan, and Logan has always been stupid, but I feel Austin Theory serves as a prime example of them not listening to the audience,
Right.
and not only not listening to the audience, but um, I think they're backstage politicking wise and stuff. You still got Bruce Pritchard there, who's basically Vince McMahon's fucking sub-in, being like, don't let Theory drift down in the rankings. And like keep him up. Fuck Waller.
Yeah, you know what we
Waller
always
with New Day, and then
we
try to renege their contracts.
yeah I think we've been arguing about this shit probably since I joined this podcast. And
Yeah.
Vince still has influence on the WWE.
I
Like
mean,
we gotta stop acting like he has nothing to do with this shit, man. Like
yeah.
I don't listen. He's blowing up Triple H. He's probably telling Triple H what to do. Who
Yeah,
knows?
and Bruce,
He probably is.
and it's all pretty crazy, especially given the fact that it had came out too, along with the Janelle Grant stuff here, that more evidence with the TKO buyout and everything like that. It's that Vince was making secret phone calls with Ari Emanuel,
Mm-hmm.
and 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 not only that, but straight up texting the finish of fucking WrestleMania 40.
Yep.
Straight up texting it. And this was texted in September of that year. Like almost 6 months before.
Yep.
So, but it's also so funny too, because now that the Janelle Grant stuff is wrapping up, and they're doing private, arbitration, everybody on the fucking internet that's a goddamn Vince mark. It's just like, bring Vince back. Oh my gosh, that was just another whore trying to get fucking NDA money. And it's just like, okay, so you guys are just gonna completely excuse this multiple record thing that has come out about him being an absolute pervert, going into sex trafficking and stuff. And I would say I would be surprised if not a month after, almost to the day, it was almost a month to the day of when Janelle Grant's stuff wrapped up with Brock Lesnar. It was like a month to the day that he showed back up at SummerSlam.
Right.
And the sign that I loved the most was his first match back, and that sign in the back saying he's not supposed to be here, and we all know why. That person didn't hold up that sign the entire fucking show until Brock Lesnar fucking came out, and bam, there it is. He's not supposed to be here, and we all know why.
Yep.
But it's these same motherfuckers that even before, because him and Sable had domestic violence charges previously. I think like 2 separate cases. It's like, okay, I understand why Vince backed him for so long. And then I also understand too, remember when Vince first quit? Remember when he first officially quit and tweeted out? He did it on the day of a SmackDown.
Right.
Lesnar was supposed to show up at, and Lesnar gets there, finds out that Vince quit, and he quit. and they had to do whatever amount of money to try and get him back to make him stay at the show. So it shows how deep the whole weird sex shit went. And, and John Laurinaitis too. Like the fact that John Laurinaitis was involved in some weird three-way kind of shit too. Like John Laurinaitis is not a good-looking man. John Laurinaitis is not a charming man. He has the personality of a fucking doormat. Like, like how the fuck is he involved in this? I don't know. But
well, that's it. I mean, it's the Millionaires Boys Club. Get down or lay down.
And it's so weird and it's so fucking gross. And it's so crazy too. Because we're hitting a year on Hogan's death. Too. And on my Facebook, it was more half just being like, whatever, fuck that racist. But then there was the other half of it that were just kind of being like, showing like a little snippet meme of the last time he was on Raw with Jimmy Hart and he was getting booed. And then being like, this was the last time this legend was on TV. How shameful of us fans.
Maybe Lindsey Graham is showing Hulk Hogan his butterflies. Who knows?
Fuck yeah, they are. Fuck yeah, they are. You know it is. You know
Ladybugs. His ladybugs. Yeah.
Hogan's picking at his fucking ladybugs right now. Love it. Fucking gross. But just this lack of morals and also lack of looking at the past,
right?
Too. Like everything between and I'll say I kind of think that the Attitude Era and everything of that kind of style and all that died with Chris Benoit and his family. I think that was the big turning point into where that was the move that Vince is like, okay, we need to go PG now. We need to go something that appeals to young audiences and try to make it appeal to general people. And that was like his thought process going into it. But then you get how many weird, sexist, sexual, racist segments that he did over the years. I mean, saying the N-word to John Cena in front of Booker T and his wife.
Yeah.
Like, while wearing a do-rag being ECW champion. Like, that to me is, that moment, that is the epitome of Vince. That he thinks he's so cool and he's so hip, but he's so offensive and edgy that he's going to say the N-word to John Cena in front of Booker T and his wife. And wear a do-rag and wear ECW championship. That was Paul Heyman's company. And touting that, along with all of it. And people just seem to forget for solid 20 years there, they were not getting good ratings. They were not getting good viewership.
Right.
Everybody was talking about how there was just nothing but stupid storylines and that certain people would get shilled over because Vince liked them. Not because they were good, not because they were really good in the ring or exceptionally good on the mic on their own. He just went against completely self-made talent. To where it just became a known thing that, oh, that guy's going to join WWE. Well, he's going to end up changing his name. he's going to end up changing his gimmick. He's going to end up changing the style and the way that he wrestles. They're going to end up changing everything that made him popular in the first place. And Triple H is right there with it. And that's why when these idiots are saying, like, we need Vince back, Vince never fucking left. He never fucking left.
Like, damn, right. He's still
not
calling the
on
shots.
He's just not on Unreal. That's it. He's just not there in person, and he's not on Unreal. That's the difference. And then you got Triple H coming out and straight up saying, I wish the animosity of our fans would be more directed at the wrestlers than the writers. Yeah. He's literally talking.
That was a stupid comment.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you put out a television show to show the behind the scenes of what your writers do. And it continues to get bad ratings, bad viewership and everything because your writers are bad at what they do.
Yeah, I personally think Disney's about to drop him. I think that's definitely coming.
Yeah.
Disney about to drop him.
And it's a matter of how stupid do you really have to be to where you have all this fucking money, all this money, all this access, and you hire writers cheaply from television networks that worked fucking like regular mom and dad fucking TV programming, who aren't fans of wrestling, and you get them in there to try and write storylines for characters that they don't know and they don't give a shit about. That's how we got the Gingerbread Man. ChatGPT and all that bullshit is how we got the fucking Gingerbread storyline, which like people are kind of forgetting. That just happened only like 2 months ago. That somebody had the brilliant idea, ChatGPT, of we're going to put Trick Williams and Sami Zayn, two of the best guys on the mic and in the ring. We're going to throw in a Gingerbread Man. And we're going to throw in all these AI images of him being at legendary wrestling moments. And then we're going to have a funeral for him. And Sammy's going to come out of the casket in a costume as Gingerbread Man and attack Trick Williams. That's what it's going to build. Like, this is gobbledygooker level. Honestly, surpassing gobbledygook. It's stupidity. Because at least gobbledygooker, like, they gave him one match. They gave him one match. You know? But this is just where are your heads? What thought process do you guys have or lack? And then you have motherfuckers being like, you get internet dudes complaining about the fucking writing. None of us would complain about the writing if it was fucking good. Because I guarantee you, if social media was as prevalent during the Attitude Era, you don't think that fucking people would have been calling the downfall of WCW at fucking 98? They would have been definitely writing about WCW being a shit product in 98. You think if social media wasn't around in 1991 to 1994 in the new generation era of fucking WWE, that there wouldn't be people making memes of fucking Duke the Dumpster Droese?
So, whoa. I think you're going way too far, man. So you're saying that 2000 WCW is better than WWE right now?
No.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, now you won't hear, man.
No, I'm saying if social media
Yeah.
was as relevant and prevalent, back from like 98 to 2000. Like if Facebook and Instagram was a thing back then, like they would have totally been, people would have been talking shit
Hell
on the
yeah.
Russo writing. They would have talked shit on the fucking New Blood storyline that Russo and Bischoff did. Like that is one of the worst fucking, like, couple months of fucking professional wrestling history.
Yeah, that New Blood storyline was terrible.
Yeah, and
That shit was terrible.
and and if you think social media would have been relevant, around especially, okay, like let's even think this far back. Let's say we had social media back in 19, it was 89 or 90 for the WrestleMania in Las Vegas. The first one where Hogan, Yokozuna got beaten by Bret Hart,
Mm-hmm.
and then Hulk Hogan came out and just beat Yokozuna in like two seconds. If social media was around back then, do you not think that Bret Hart wouldn't have been immediately online bitching about the writing decisions?
Yo, you know what? I haven't,
Like,
I
that's
haven't
the
heard
thing.
Bret
Bad
Hart bitch
writing's
about,
been around
yo.
for a long time. It's whether we acknowledge it as a
Yeah, hell
fact
yeah. I was about to
something
say that. We
that
haven't heard
better
that.
about.
We haven't heard about Bret Hart bitching in a very long time, man.
Yeah.
Yo, every week it was like, yo, Bret Hart said this, Bret Hart said, I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah, he was on a tirade.
Yeah.
He was on a fucking tirade there for a solid 2 months, which I loved. Some of them just being like, when
No, you know what? If Bret Hart comes back and destroy WWE now about the writing, I would be happy, bro. He needs to come back out, man.
oh yeah,
He needs to
yeah,
come back out because this writing is fucking terrible, man.
yeah, but one of my favorite ones of them is like, when right before the screw job and everything happened, and like the build up and all the stuff to that, the way Sean and Vince would argue, I felt like I was stuck between two lovers. I think they were having sex with each other. Bret Hart, Hitman, baby. Talking that good shit. I think they were having sex with each other.
Yo.
I mean, he's only saying it because of himself. I already thought.
Yo,
No, I
Bret,
mean, if you
Bret
listen
Hart.
to Vince talk about Shawn Michaels, especially like 93 to 94, oh, yes, look at him. He wanted to fuck that man so badly.
Ooh,
Vince McMahon. He wanted
probably.
to fuck Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
He was fighting over him. But the criticism is coming from how many stars and stuff have they not moved the needle with, or like really kept behind too, like a Damian Priest, perfect example. Does the Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, was awesome, had himself 3 really good defenses, and then he loses it, and he hasn't had a world title shot since. And
Right.
now they got him with R-Truth in the fucking Shambles Tag Division. R-Truth, another one. They fire him, they rehire him back. Okay, let's go with Ron Killings. Let's go with your more TNA persona, to where you were a world champion and you were a legitimate threat, and you could actually cut really good threatening promos. But nope, back out on that one. You have and the Austin Theory Grayson Waller thing. This is another example of them not listening, because they were having tension there. The last 2 months they were a team there. they had been doing a slow build to where Grayson was going more heel and Austin Theory was kind of turning babyface. And people were starting to get behind him a little bit. And me, if I'm a writer, like instinctually, if I'm a writer trying to listen to the crowd and listen to the audience, I think to myself, boom, okay, well, let's break these two up and make a feud out of that. Right there, because they're both really good in the ring, and one's really good on the mic. But if Austin Theory had that babyface momentum behind him, he wouldn't need to do overtly, complicated, heel promos. Which I've always thought for myself. I think it's much easier to write a babyface promo than it is a heel promo. Because baby faces, essentially you got to win. And you got to talk about winning. You got to talk about holding your honor. You just got to nail a couple points, really. But great heel promos, that's an art.
Absolutely. I agree.
And right now we're in this to where just in the last 2 weeks here, we've had Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, and Grayson Waller all come out and cut promos talking about real shit. Talking about the product is reusing storylines, it's reusing people that they've been around. Nobody that's new is getting a proper shot.
But remember, we've been saying this.
We've been saying it for a while. Yeah.
It's the same people that's going to get the title shot. It's the same people. I'm tired of Cody Rhodes. I'm tired of Roman Reigns. I'm tired of CM Punk. I'm not tired of him. No, I'm not tired. I would never get tired of that.
I'm not really tired of.
I'm not tired of him. And Seth Rollins, I'm not tired of him neither. But it's just them two. I'm just tired of them. Like, just I'm tired of this whole bloodline storyline. I'm just tired of it, man. Like, it's the same shit. Like, it's the same shit. It's like, it's like I got this shit on DVR, I press it. It's fucking reruns. That's all it is, man. So,
and also look at the formula. Look at the formula in that matchup too. You have Jey Uso, who went from World Heavyweight title, got the opener, match, Royal Rumble winner. Yeet is the hottest fucking thing on the fucking planet. And then, boop, you're back with Roman and your brother. You're going to do tag team again. Right. You got Jimmy. You got Jimmy Uso has not even gotten a U.S. title shot. He's never even been in a match for the U.S. title. The lowest fucking title. And yet, last year, and me and Lanaya, we had like even gone back in our notes and looked at it too. There was it was solid one to two times a month. They would have Jimmy Uso and Drew McIntyre in a match on SmackDown, and it was the best match of the night. Because Jimmy knows how to fucking wrestle. And he's also excellent at in-ring psychology too. He's much better than Jay. Jay has just that slightly handsomer, little bit more accessible look, and he had the yeet thing going on. Him winning the tag team titles with Cody Rhodes and cutting that drunk promo afterwards. Cutting that drunk press conference with Cody, that made his career. That's when he first started saying yeet. And if you look to it, that was right after that fucking press conference where him and Cody were drunk and he was saying yeet the entire fucking time. That's when he took off. And then you have Jacob Fatu, who he was just wrestling for the heavyweight title, and then he had also had did he have an undisputed title shot at one point? Oh yeah, he did. Jacob Fatu. He went up against Drew twice. Both those matches were really good. And then he gets in with fucking Roman and gets into these fucking the second match that they had together was better because they took it outside of the ring.
Right.
And they were beating each other up throughout the arena. That first match that they had, though, you could see multiple times throughout that first match that they had to where Jacob is having to oversell like his exhaustion because he has to wait on Roman to make the next fucking move. Like you see it, and I spot it typically like once or twice at least in every Roman Reigns match, to where the opponent is having to fucking do this of like. They have to look up and like, this motherfucker ready yet? The worst match of that was the one that he had with LA Knight in Saudi Arabia. That I counted it. It was like 7 different times to where LA Knight was just literally in the corner, like, or pressed up against the ropes and just standing there, or like on the ground, just like fainting shit and like looking over like, what the fuck is he doing? This whole full-time bullshit, I just can't. Roman sucks. Roman fucking sucks. All these motherfuckers that were are trying to claim that, you know, oh, Bloodline's bringing in business, Bloodline's bringing in fucking money. Fucking bullshit. Bullshit. The ratings have still been going down since the Bloodline came back. Announcing Roman Reigns coming back, if they would have actually made him come back full time, if they would have did what they did with Punk last year, had done what they did with Punk around the same time, to where, this time last year, I fucking hated CM Punk. I fucking hated that motherfucker. Then he went and did his shit at SummerSlam, comes back, gets the heavyweight title, and then he worked towards it. He fucking worked towards it like a motherfucker, to where he was basically on every episode of Raw, if not defending the title, in a match. And that really struck it home for me, to where I had tried going back and seeing stuff of, like, you know, when he was supposedly at his best and everything physically. And when I watch that kind of stuff, I get what Paul Heyman saw in him, but he wasn't there yet. CM Punk was always meant to be the old grizzled veteran. It's just that I wouldn't like him until he got to that point.
Right.
And it shows too, because, you know, he even called out, you know, kind of the decision that, like, I go away for 3 months and a free title shot comes in my lap. You know, just kind of calling it out as what it is. And so I'm really I'm okay with him, and I'm okay with Seth if they give him something to do. Him and Roman one-on-one, sure. If it's gonna be a good match, it's only gonna be a good match because Seth makes it a And whereas Cody and Punk, I think, will be good on their own because they're two good wrestlers. But Cody's just so overtired and overplayed. And TKO, look at money. They look at money.
Right.
And the way that they look at it, going into it, if Seth Rollins has the World Heavyweight title on him versus Roman Reigns having the World Heavyweight title on him, who do you think sells more merch?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll reiterate that. But if you have Seth Rollins with the World Heavyweight title versus Roman Reigns, who has the World Heavyweight title, who do you think is going to sell more merch?
That's true. It's a business decision.
And that also falls back on to poor planning, poor writing. Because when Seth got injured last year, and I was conflicted about Braun turning on him, because if anything, if I want to keep it like kind of old school, and I want to keep it heelish, if I'm what I would have done is I would have had Seth relinquish the title straight to Braun Breaker. That he would just give up the title to Braun Breaker so that he could lead division. And that would set him up because that hasn't been done, of someone just straight up giving the title and relinquishing it to someone else since Andre the Giant and Ted DiBiase. I think that would have been the ultimate heel move to do.
Right.
And that would have also kept Seth relevant while he was gone. That when he physically comes back, that he comes back as that. Also, you got fucking Logan Paul fucking injured and cutting fucking promos when he doesn't need to fucking be. Why the fuck? Why? Like they couldn't have figured out a way for like Seth to keep like influence on that, because I was looking for more to him running a stable. Damn sure more excited than I am to see Bloodline 3.0.
Absolutely. I'm tired of that too.
Yeah. And then you just have other little like kerflunklefucks ideas here, like Danhausen going up against Dominic Mysterio. It's obviously going to be like another funny joke, kind of gag match and stuff. But Dominic Mysterio is the AAA Mega Champ.
Mm-hmm.
That man has not defended that title. Like, in months. Months. He hasn't even been on AAA. And you don't have Danhausen wrestling for that. Like, now I'm looking at, now here's what I'm thinking. If I'm looking at it business money-wise, TKO-wise. Okay, I'm not having Dom wrestle on all these matches for the AAA Mega Championship. Okay, like, you know who would be a good one to hold that title for a little bit and make us a lot of money while doing it? Danhausen. Danhausen. If you're gonna put him in a match against Danhausen, make it for the AAA Mega Championship. Have him beat him for it, and let him spend a month or two being AAA Mega Championship. So that way he can go down there a little bit too, and you don't have to exhaust him on having 2 to 3 segments every Raw and SmackDown. because that's what it's turning out to be now. Now they see the money behind Danhausen, but they're not the best of ways, to where he is now having aimless segments that you can see. Even he is just like, I'm gonna throw in these couple little funny gags real quick, and then we'll be done with this segment. You know, to whereas, you know, just a month or two ago, they had kind of purpose, you know, behind them. I found him messing around with the Miz and Kit Wilson damn sure more entertaining than I do with fucking Dom and JD.
Right.
Which also great way to continue to make the Judgment Day look like shit. And they're supposed to be your go-to fucking team. You know, right now, and they're in a fucking battle with Danhausen. Like, you have the AAA Mega Champion in a non-title match at SummerSlam against Danhausen, and this is in a Judgment Day to where there are no longer any original members of Judgment Day. It's still going on. Yet it's still going the fuck on. Which we've been saying that for fucking 2 years. And then you also have these other select group of like early mid-carders and stuff too, Rusev. I like Rusev in the simplest, pure fact that he is filling out a necessary role for SmackDown as the big guy, a big heel bad guy in either the opener or like early to mid card match, and he serves that purpose well. Thing is, that's where his career in WWE is going to be for the rest of his fucking career. He's going to be that opener mid card.
I agree. I definitely agree.
For the rest of his career, to where he was actually kind of doing some shit in AEW a little bit, but his ex-wife cuts better promos than him, so that kind of went to the wayside. But yeah, you have someone like him. You had someone like Kit Wilson, which his whole new toxic gimmick, I found it funny. I liked it because he's also good in the ring. I think Kit Wilson gets a little like Boy Scout merit badge for putting on the match that he did with Jelly Roll on SmackDown there. Because that was a match where I counted it. There was like a good like 5 or 6 different times there to where Kit was like in some sort of a prone position, ready to get hit for like 5 to 10 seconds, well before he ever needed to be ready for it. Because Jelly Roll is slow. So he gets a merit badge for that. But the tag divisions there too. It wasn't last SmackDown, but SmackDown beforehand, they had Fraxium going up against the War Raiders in a non-title match because they're AAA tag team champions, the War Raiders, and that's where they've been the last 6 fucking months, having the best time in their careers. And they're like, okay, well, we need to try to combat some of this sentiment that our tag division sucks right now. Okay, who do we get? Get the War Raiders of Fraxium, but they're in AAA. I don't give a shit. Just make the match good. Right. And it was a good match. It was a really good match because they are 2 very good tag teams. But they've gutted the rest of the fucking tag teams. And they're not, and they're creating tag teams of just pairing up whoever the fuck is around with whoever else is the fuck around. There's no story behind them. There's no reasons why. There's no camaraderie. There's no like being able to do, which most of these tag teams were pretty shit at promos anyways. And long are the days of my Legion of Doom, who cut the best tag team promos ever. And it's such a clusterfuck. And and something that, and we talked about it before here too, to where it's like, are we documenting the downfall of a company? Like and not like that WWE will ever go away, but are we going to see it hit such a low point here that they are going to just redo everything from the ground up? Cut more people. Cut creative, hire new creative, we're at a tipping point right now, I feel, to where it's happening everywhere. WWE is not the only company going through the same shit of having no real good, legitimate creative direction. And they've all done it to themselves too, because they let you in behind the scenes too fucking much. Like WWE's Unreal, like AEW did the same thing, did the same exact kind of show from 2021 to 2022. Theirs was like a half hour. And it was filled with a lot of stupid, like half scripted backstage talk and stuff. Like it was really phony, and it wasn't good. And then you have Unreal come to. It's like you've let us behind the curtain too much. The kayfabe's been broken, but when you're parading it and then trying to be like, why are you mad that we're parading around bad writing? Why don't you be mad at these wrestlers?
Right.
Because these wrestlers don't have creative control. And part of the reason why they don't have creative control is because of Vince McMahon, Eric Bischoff, and Hulk Hogan. Because Hogan served that's the prime example of how bad of an idea it is when you give wrestlers with that big of a fucking ego creative control. Where AAA, with Undertaker running it, like he's not going out and tweeting, we got these matches set up, blah, 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 oh, this person's, fire, pay attention to this one or anything. He's keeping his fucking mouth shut and just putting on a show. And people are loving it. And he has given, creative control to a lot of the wrestlers. I mean, number one, their luchas, they already had pretty much creative control. I know there was a lot of stuff of when they first got bought out and I remember us talking about it to where TKO is like, okay, so we own AAA now. Well, let's change up some gimmicks. Let's change up some fucking names and stuff. And they apparently were able to stop that from happening with the buyout, that they would have like overt creative control, kind of the way that they do over WWE and UFC. And plus it's Lucha Libre. Most of these masked wrestlers are not going to cut a promo, and if they do cut a promo, they're typically pretty fucking good at it. And El Grande Americano, especially gosh, now I'm Ludwig Kaiser. I was forgetting his name for a second, but that match that him and Chad Gable had over the Mask versus Mask match, that was one of the best fucking matches I've seen in a long fucking time. And the gimmick has gotten over so much there that like Ludwig Kaiser El Grande has pretty much talked like, I'm just gonna keep on writing this. Like, I'm just gonna keep on being the biggest baby face in fucking Mexico and just keep on riding. Good on you, Ludwig. He's too terribly good in the ring. But it's so weird that arguably one of the worst ideas and gimmicks of last year, a year later, just over a year later, turned into the biggest like match in like the last fucking 5 years.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's so weird. It's so fucking weird that Chad Gable was like, hey, I've been studying lucha style. Could I do this like El Grande Americano thing? And they're kind of like, sure, go with it. And then it fucking went from there. It's gonna be something that's gonna be studied. The El Grande Americano rise and fall of it, for sure. But it's creative tampering on all ways and stuff. But we've been at it for a solid hour here. It's about 9:53.
All right, man. Definitely, it was good seeing y'all in 2 months.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we gotta get Gus back on, man. What's going on with Gus, man?
I know. Yeah, he
been ghosting us, man.
Yeah, he has. I'm not sure if he's doing school in summer too or not. He had said when he wished me happy birthday that he said that he would be free in the next couple weeks. Yeah, Gus needs to come back. Also, yeah, friggin' SummerSlam is this weekend. Here, are you working?
Yeah, no, you know what? We could probably do live on Sunday. I actually open, so we could definitely do live.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll try to shoot for that. I might, if Lanai is up for it, I may live stream Saturday. I may not. I don't know.
All right, brother.
Later.
Later.